Today, I'm really excited to talk with you about what it actually takes to live your passion. And you might expect me to start sharing a bunch of strategy with you here, but I'm going to dive deep into, yes, also the practical things as well as the mindset. But if you don't have these things in place, you aren't going to be able to live your passion. So if you're interested in doing that, please listen to this podcast because I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Hey there, gorgeous. Welcome to the Wildly Abundant Woman podcast, the place to get inspired to manifest more money the feminine way, feel worthy, love yourself, and learn how to be abundantly supported for your great work, as well as create your life from a deep state of overflow, connection, abundance, pleasure, and bliss. Join the conversations with me and my amazing guests on how to live life fully, make a massive difference, have a lot of fun, and yes, make a ton of money doing what you love. Welcome. Oh my gosh, I have some super exciting news. I have the most popular free 5-day experience of the entire year coming up that thousands of women are every year looking forward to. And because I'm only doing it once a year, I really don't want you to miss it. This is my favorite free 5-day experience that is called the Live Your Passion Challenge, and it is perfect for you if you want to manifest more abundance, start making money doing what you really love and getting clear on what that is too, while staying connected to your femininity, sensuality, and being true to yourself. It will also help you reconnect to your most inspiring and authentic dreams. This is an exercise that always deeply touches hundreds of women every year and reconnects them to their deepest desires. And yes, there's going to be a paid 3 months deep dive business training happening right after for those of you that want to dive deeper. And I've designed this free 5-day experience on its own that will be perfect for you if you want to manifest an abundance of income, living your passion, and having fun. What do you think this planet is going to look like if every single person on this planet would be making plenty of money doing what they love? You can start creating this world by joining thousands of other women in the Live Your Passion Challenge. This challenge is starting on September, but you can already get started by getting on the waiting list so you're not going to miss anything when it happens. To join me, go to liveyourpassionchallenge.com. All right, can't wait to see you there. Much love.
Hey there, gorgeous queen. Welcome to the Wildly Abundant Woman podcast with your host, yours truly, Leonie Gabriella. So the first step when it comes to living your passion is you're going to have to get really honest with yourself. Get honest with yourself. Ask yourself, am I really doing what lights me up right now? Am I really living my purpose? Am I here for the reason that I came to this planet? I know that could create a lot of pressure, but seriously, get real honest. Am I happy with what I'm doing right now? Do I feel fulfilled by my work? Or am I in this crazy 9-to-5 rut race? Or in this surviving rat race, or doing something that I guess somehow would somehow be interesting, but I'm not really fucking feeling it. This is the first step when it comes to living your passion, is getting honest with yourself. Are you happy? And you might be listening to this and you may already be living your passion to some degree. Okay, are you happy with the way you're doing it now? Or is there more? Is there a desire? Start acknowledging that desire, because this is where all the magic lies. And you hear it all the times, like follow your bliss. It's true, like follow what feels good right now, and without even needing to take any action right now. Are you truthfully being honest with yourself about how happy you are with the way your life is right now? I want you to, as you're listening to this, take a moment to answer that for yourself. Am I being honest with myself here about how happy I truly am? Okay. Second point, I'm just going to check if somebody arrived here. No, they didn't. Cool. Second point, I want you to trust the voice that you have, your inner still voice, not your inner mean girl, but that voice that says, this isn't right for me. I'm not fully living here in the way that I'm meant to live. And I want you to start trusting your gut instinct more than you trust anyone else, more than you trust the opinion of your family, of your coworkers, of your sister, even of your friends, of your colleagues. Because the thing is, most people are not living their passion. Most people are unhappy with the work that they're doing. So stop looking for external validation for what you already know within you feels true. Like if I were to look back over my life, how did I get to where I am today? It's by listening and honoring that quiet voice within me, that it was constantly telling me, not this. No, I'm not supposed to go study. Everyone in my family told me, Leonie, I think you should go study. I was so-called super intelligent. People say you should go to university. Didn't want to do it. So happy I didn't. A lot of my old friends that I met later on that did their study, I met them a couple of years later. They were clueless as to what to do. They were not happy with the study they chose. Some of them are doing things now that have nothing to do with their study. I'm not saying don't study. If you authentically feel called to do a study, do that. But stop following this beaten path of honestly catering to the expectations of everyone around you. Truth is, look at them. Like, are they happy? Are these people an inspiration to you? Are they really living their life in a way that you're like, oh yeah, I'd like to live like that? Or are you like, you know what? I'm not going to take your advice. A little bonus thing to remember here is Tony Robbins says something called love your family. Love your family, including your friends. Love your family. Carefully choose your peers. So carefully choose the people that you take advice from, and stop listening to what other people are telling you. Listen to your own feeling in your own belly. Okay? Listen to your own feeling in your own belly. All right. Third step to living your passion is stop being so obsessed with the what or the how and start getting excited about the why. Okay, so this is a thing that I see so many creative women that want to do more of their great work is they get stuck around, well, what am I supposed to do? Should I give workshops? Should I do an online program? Should I do coaching? Should I do this, that? And I'm like, you know what? All of that will become clear. But you need to first become more committed to why you even want this. You know, why is this important to you? And it also requires, honestly, a little bit of trust, this entire path of living your passion. Because if you would have asked me 10 years ago, Leonie, do you see yourself as a multiple six-figure entrepreneur that's empowering other women emotionally and financially? I would say, hell no. Hell to the L, no. So I think that what's really important is to let go of the idea of trying to figure everything out in your beautiful little head before you get started. Living your passion is not a linear path. You know, it's not like you take step A and you take step B and we have a whole plan and it's super neat and organized. No, that's like what university is, and it's very predictable and that kind of stuff. But if you really surrender to a life of living your calling, my love, you're gonna have to surrender and trust a little bit to the universe. Trust that inner voice that I was just talking about in point 2, and know that if you take every next inspired steps, you're gonna know what to do. So for me, for example, I started way back when I left high school and everyone started studying. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't know what I do want to do, but what does feel most aligned is to take a gap year. So I was lucky enough to be able to take a gap year. And so I traveled to Australia, which was amazing and so nourishing for me. When I came back, all of my friends had started studying. It's like, that's just not aligned for me. Like all of these university studies, they're just not my thing. So I chose the thing that in that moment felt most aligned, or least unaligned. Okay. So what I started doing is I went to art school. Art school, I thought, wow, this is the place where you just fully self express. How cool. And so I went to art school and I loved it. It was amazing. I was in it for a year and a half. I totally enjoyed it. And then I was there and there were some pivotal moments that happened for me. Was a teacher that told me that art is not for pleasure. There was some fellow art student that told me, do you really think you can change the world by eating vegetarian? I was vegetarian at the time. You can't make a difference anyway. And that just like really lit something up inside of me where all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, I do think I can actually make a difference. I do think I am here for a reason. If you're hearing alarm in the background, by the way, that's because I'm in the Netherlands and they do this thing every first Monday of the month. We're just going to keep on going. So I do think I can make a difference. So then I started thinking, okay, well, how can I best do that? So then I went to work on an organic farm in Switzerland. I think organic farming, I was like, that's all about saving the planet. That's important to me. So I went there. While I was there, I was like, this is not really my thing. But while I was there, I learned about meditation, went to meditation retreats in Ethiopia and Kenya. When I was in those meditation retreats, I met a really beautiful girl who introduced me to the idea of conscious entrepreneurialism, where you basically turn what you love and how you want to make a difference into your vocation. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. And even though my dad is a really successful entrepreneur, this whole idea of having a purpose with what you do was so new to me. So can you see how I was taking all of these steps and they eventually led me to my calling, to my purpose, to what I'm doing today. But I never, ever, ever would have gotten where I am now by thinking it all out in my head. So my invitation to you is stop trying to figure it all out and start taking that one next step. It's like that saying, you can't see the whole staircase. You don't have to see the whole staircase. All you need to do is take the next aligned step. And if you don't know what is the next aligned step, take the least unaligned step and start heading in that direction. Because once you start moving, you're going to find clarity. So to finish that story, so I met this girl, got into conscious entrepreneurialism, started eating raw vegan. I healed my chronic fatigue. Then I started to be a vegan chef in this place where there was conscious entrepreneurialism being practiced. And then I started to work as a health coach. I started to help people lose weight. Started doing that, sold my first couple of coaching packages for really little money. Then I realized, oh my gosh, it's really not about what to eat. It's about your mindset. So I started doing personal empowerment coaching. And then I realized, oh my gosh, like I started to learn a lot about marketing, helping other people in behind the scenes in their business. I was like, wow, there's actually very little people teaching about how to do marketing in an aligned way. And I feel so passionate about empowering other creative women to do their great work. So that led me to what I'm doing today. But I never would have gotten there if I would have wanted to go all the way from A to Z and try to freaking figure everything out, because it just doesn't work. So stop figuring everything out in your beautiful head and start taking your next aligned action steps. Okay? Start taking your next aligned action. Next up, you want to heal your relationship with marketing and money. So if you want to live your passion, we have to change how we associate with the words marketing and money. Be honest, what feelings do you have around marketing and money right now? How do you feel about it? Are you in love with it? Or are you like a lot of creative women, like, oh, marketing is sucky, I need to be salesy. Or like, oh, money is gross, like it's just for assholes. The thing is, if you want to live your passion, not just be doing some kind of hobby with 10, 20 million little side jobs on the side, you need to be supported in your mission. So money is something you're going to have to embrace. It's something that's beautiful, that's powerful, that's there to support you on your mission. Okay. Same with marketing. Marketing is just this tool of getting your getting your work into the hands of people that need you the most. Marketing is beautiful. I'm in love with marketing and I love money. Marketing and money are tools that are necessary for you to embrace if you are serious about living your passion and changing the world too, because we're just not going to do it without those two. There is no badge of honor in being broke. Nobody's going to benefit from you being broke and not getting paid well for the really important work that I know you're here to do. Okay? And there's a couple of really cool mindset hacks around here that I think I'll save for the upcoming Live Your Passion Challenge. If you haven't signed up yet, please do it. Go to liveyourpassionchallenge.com. But what I go really deep into in my work is heart-based marketing and really shifting your relationship with money, because I believe that when we do that, women, this is when we reclaim our birthright, our power, and when we can really start to move some mountains in this world. All right. So that was the fourth point. You have to heal your relationship with marketing money. Fifth point, in order to live your passion, you want to connect your passion to a profit model. And so my invitation is for you to stop trying to reinvent the freaking wheel. There's so many creative women and they're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to make money doing what I love? Look at what other people are doing. Don't be afraid to connect your passion to a profit model that's already been proven by other people to work. Tony Robbins says, a second time I'm quoting him, it's funny. He had a big influence as like my first stages of personal development. So he says, success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. So look at other people that are already living their calling in a way that inspires you, and let yourself be inspired by their profit model. There's nothing wrong with that. When you connect your passion to a profit model, boo, that's when magic starts to happen. And that's when you can really start to show up in a super powerful way and get paid abundantly for the great work that I know you're here to do. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else I want to say about that. Yeah, so I want you to commit to being really coming from this deep loving state, to really coming from like your Buddha heart, like your care for this world, and then connected to street smart marketing skills. And a big part of this is also commit yourself to learning from people that inspire you. Invest in programs, invest in mentors that you know have the tools, have the guidance for you to get to where you want to be. It's not that you need to, you could do it on your own. But if I look back on my own life journey, the biggest shifts I have had is because I've invested in people that gave me the tools to be able to do what I do today. And when you start investing in working with someone, I want you to only work with and invest in people and programs that are actually living the way you want to live, that are truly inspiring you with your way of being, that when you look at them, you're like, gosh, I'd love to live their life. Like, I feel they really have something. They have tools, they have knowledge, they have experience. They are at this frequency that I want to embody. Really, 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 it's time for us creative women to stop doing everything on our own. Because when we do that, we are missing an opportunity to greatly accelerate in living our calling and in living our purpose. So that was my episode for today. 5 key takeaways. Let's see if I can summarize them. So the first one was, I'm going to have to actually grab my notes because I literally don't exactly remember what I spoke about. Oh yeah. So the first one was, get really, really honest with yourself. Are you truly living a life that you are inspired by right now? Secondly, trust your gut more than what anybody else says. Become committed to following that still inner voice that says, not this, this, yes, go here, and stop looking for external validation from other people. Third one is, stop figuring everything out in your head. You're not going to figure out in your head how to live your calling, how to live your passion. You're going to have to take those small inspired steps. And if you're not inspired yet, take the one that's least uninspiring and keep on doing that, trusting that when you follow this flow of passion, of bliss, of excitement, you will ultimately get to where you need to be. The fourth step, heal your relationship with marketing and money. So important if you're serious about sharing your great work with the world. Fifth of all, don't reinvent the wheel and connect your passion with a profit model. And I highly recommend working with people that super much inspire you. All right, so now I want to turn it over to you. If you are being really honest with yourself right now, do you feel like you're living your passion? Do you feel like you are really living your passion to the degree that you wanted to? Let me know in the comments. And out of these 5 points, which one is the one that you need to start integrating the most? Okay, so I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. Please leave a comment on my website, leoniegabriella.com/blog. You'll find all of these podcast episodes. And if you are on social media and you're listening to this, please take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram at Leonie Gabriella, because I love to hear from you and I will reshare every time you tag me. Okay, gorgeous queen, thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Remember, you can trust yourself. You can trust your gut. Only you know what's right for you. The world needs your message, and you get to have so much fun along the way. Okay, that's all for today. See you very soon. So much love. Mwah.